What is up, everybody? It's your boy Harmon Salmon back with another video, and let me tell you, this one's going to be wild. We're talking private jets, mega mansions, yachts bigger than my apartment building, the whole 9 yards. You guys know I love a good time, and for me, nothing screams good time like exploring the insane world of billionaire toys. Trust me, these aren't your average toys. We're talking stuff so expensive, so over the top, it'll make your head spin. Get ready to have your minds blown, because we're about to dive deep into the lives of the richest people on the planet and see how the other half lives. You won't believe what these billionaires drop cash on. We're talking about things you've probably never even heard of before. So buckle up, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Why wouldn't you be? And let's get this show on the road. This is going to be epic. First up, we're setting sail on the high seas, or at least that's what I'd be doing if I owned one of these bad boys. We're talking about super yachts, and I'm not talking about your dad's little fishing boat. I'm talking about yachts so big they have their own zip codes. And the craziest part, these things cost more than some small countries. I'm talking hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars. Just imagine the parties you could throw on one of these. I bet they make those rented party buses look like toy cars. We're kicking things off with a yacht owned by none other than Roman Abramovich, the man who basically owns all the best soccer players in the world. This dude's yacht is called Eclipse, and it's as impressive as it sounds. I'm talking 2 helipads, a missile defense system, because why not? And even a freaking submarine. A submarine, guys! It's like something straight out of a James Bond movie. Can you imagine waking up every morning, walking out onto your private deck and having coffee with a view of the ocean? That's the life, my friends, and that's the life these billionaires are living. And it's not just about the size, it's about the details. We're talking infinity pools, jacuzzis, movie theaters, you name it. These yachts have it. They're basically floating palaces. I bet they even have those little shampoo bottles you get in hotels, but like the fancy kind. And don't even get me started on the staff. These yachts have entire crews dedicated to making sure every need is met. You want a gourmet meal at 3 a.m., no problem. You need your shoelaces ironed, consider it done. Honestly, I'm starting to think I need to add yacht owner to my list of life goals. Right after become best friends with Leonardo DiCaprio. Priorities, you know? All right, guys, buckle up, because we're taking off into the wild blue yonder to talk about private jets. Now, I've been lucky enough to fly private a few times thanks to some generous friends, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. But even those experiences pale in comparison to the private jets owned by these billionaires. We're talking about planes so luxurious, they make first class look like the back of a bus. And when it comes to private jets, nobody does it bigger or better than the Sultan of Brunei. This guy's got a Boeing 747, but it's not your average 747. Oh no, this one's custom fitted with everything you could possibly imagine. We're talking gold-plated everything, a throne room, because why not? And even a solid gold sink. I'm not even kidding. This plane is estimated to be worth over $400 million. That's more than some countries' entire GDP. Can you imagine just casually strolling onto your own private plane, no security lines, no crying babies, just you and your entourage? That's the life these billionaires are living, and honestly, I'm a little bit jealous. I mean, I get stressed just trying to find my gate at LAX. These guys probably don't even know what a boarding pass looks like. They probably just show up, snap their fingers, and the plane takes off, and forget about those tiny airplane bathrooms. These jets have full-on showers, bedrooms, and even conference rooms. You could literally hold a business meeting in the air while flying to your private island. Talk about productivity. I bet they even have Wi-Fi that actually works up there. No more buffering Netflix at 30,000 feet. The future is now, my friends. All right, guys, buckle up, because we're diving into the world of billionaire car collections. And let me tell you, these aren't your average Honda Civics. We're talking about collections so insane, so over the top, that they'd make Jay Leno jealous. First up, we've got a guy who laughs in the face of traffic, a man who probably doesn't even know what the inside of a subway looks like. This billionaire, who shall remain nameless, but his initials are Sultan of Brunei. has a car collection that's basically its own country. We're talking thousands of cars, people, thousands. Everything from vintage Ferraris to one-of-a-kind concept cars you've never even heard of. Rumor has it he even has a car that's plated in gold. Gold? I mean, come on, that's just showing off. But hey, when you've got that kind of cash, why not? I'd probably buy a golden scooter, but that's just me. Now, this next car story is one for the books. So picture this. You're a billionaire, right? You've got it all. The yachts, the mansions, the private jets that practically fly themselves. But there's just one problem. You're stuck in traffic. Well, that's exactly what happened to this one billionaire who may or may not have a thing for electric cars. He was cruising in his super expensive, super rare sports car, and he got stuck behind a garbage truck. A garbage truck. I mean, can you imagine the indignity? This guy probably has assistants whose sole job is to make sure he never sees a garbage truck, let alone get stuck behind one. Anyway, the story goes that he was so traumatized by this experience that he immediately called up his people and bought the company that makes the garbage trucks. Why? So he could make sure they all had supercharged engines, of course. Okay, guys, we've all dreamed about it, escaping to our own private island, leaving all our worries behind, and just chilling like the super rich rock stars we are at heart. Well, these billionaires took that dream and said, hold my diamond-encrusted water bottle. We're talking islands so exclusive, so luxurious you practically need a secret password just to know they exist. And forget about booking a flight on Expedia. These bad boys are only accessible by private jet or, a mega yacht that probably has its own helipad. But here's the kicker. These billionaires aren't just buying any old island. They're customizing them to the max. We're talking underwater bedrooms, golf courses that span the entire island, and staff whose sole purpose is to make sure your coconut is always perfectly chilled. I mean, come on, that's the life, right? Just imagine waking up to the sound of the ocean, sipping on a mimosa, and wondering what kind of ridiculously extravagant activity you're going to do that day. Now, this next island story is next level. So there's this billionaire, right? Let's just call him tech guru Tim. Tim decides to buy himself a little slice of paradise in the Caribbean. But Tim's not content with just a beach and a hammock. Oh no, Tim's got bigger plans. Tim, being the tech genius that he is, decides to turn his island into a real-life Jurassic Park. No, seriously. He hires the world's best geneticists, builds a state-of-the-art research facility, and before you know it, there are actual dinosaurs roaming around this island. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I'd want to share my private island with a T-Rex, but hey, that's just me. Maybe Tim's got a thing for velociraptors, who am I to judge? The point is, when you're a billionaire, your private island isn't just a vacation home, it's a blank canvas for your wildest dreams. And sometimes those dreams involve bringing prehistoric creatures back to life. All right, guys, let's talk art. No, not those finger-painted masterpieces your little niece makes you hang on the fridge. We're talking about the kind of art that makes museums drool, the kind of pieces that cost more than a small country's GDP. When you're a billionaire, you don't just buy art, you collect it like they're Pokemon cards, except instead of Charizard, you're after a Picasso. We're talking about collections so vast, so impressive, they make the Louvre look like a garage sale. We're talking about billionaires who can casually drop a few $100 million on a single painting, then turn around and buy the entire museum it's housed in, just for good measure. I mean, can you imagine having that kind of cash lying around? I'd probably buy a lifetime supply of pizza, but that's just me. Now, this next art story is one for the ages. So, there's this super famous artist, right? Let's just call him Banksy. Banksy's known for his controversial street art, his secret identity, and his ability to make millions of dollars with a can of spray paint. Well, one day Banksy decides to pull off his most audacious stunt yet. He creates this masterpiece, right? A commentary on consumerism, capitalism, the whole shebang. But here's the twist. He rigs the painting with a shredder. The painting goes up for auction. Some billionaire art collector drops a cool $1 million on it, and just as the gavel comes down, bam! The painting self-destructs right there in front of everyone. The art world is in shock, the billionaire is freaking out, and Banksy? Well, he's probably off somewhere laughing his spray-painted butt off. The best part? The half-shredded painting is now worth even more. It's like the art world equivalent of a prank gone right. All right, guys, buckle up because we're about to step into the wild world of Jeff Bezos' mega mansion. And when I say mega, I mean mega. This thing makes Drake's mansion look like a tiny house. We're talking 29,000 square feet, people. That's bigger than some entire villages. It's got everything you could ever dream of. Multiple pools, a movie theater, a freaking golf course, and probably a teleportation device. Knowing Bezos, this place is so massive, rumor has it, that Bezos hired a team of professional hide-and-seekers just to find his mail every day. I'm not even kidding, guys. This is next-level living. But wait, there's more. This mansion wasn't even big enough for Bezos. He had to go and buy the house next door, just for fun. Who needs neighbors when you're Jeff Bezos, right? Now, you're probably wondering how much this bad boy cost. Well, hold on to your hats, because it's a doozy. Get this? $165 million? I know, my brain short-circuited too. That's enough money to buy like 1,000 Ferraris, or a small island, or maybe even a space program of your own. But hey, when you're the richest man on Earth, why not live like it, right? And the best part, Bezos apparently paid for this entire palace in cash. That's right, no mortgage payments for this guy, just straight-up stacks of Benjamins. Can you imagine walking into a bank and dropping $165 million in cash? The tellers would probably faint. Bezos, you crazy, awesome billionaire, you... All right, guys, we're blasting off to space. That's right, we're talking about space tourism, the ultimate billionaire status symbol. And who better to kick things off than the one and only Richard Branson? This guy literally launched himself into space on his own rocket ship, the VSS Unity. Can you even imagine the feeling of weightlessness, looking back at Earth from above? It's gotta be mind-blowing. And get this, a single seat on this spaceship costs a cool $450,000. That's like buying a Ferrari, but instead of driving it down the street, you're flying it to the edge of space. I don't know about you guys, but I'm adding space tourist to my bucket list. Right after winning the lottery, of course. Branson, the space race is on. Now, Branson wasn't the only billionaire with his eyes on the stars. Remember Jeff Bezos? Yeah, the mansion guy? Well, he couldn't let Branson have all the fun. He founded his own space company, Blue Origin, and launched himself into space just a few weeks after Branson. Talk about a billionaire rivalry, right? Bezos' spaceship, the New Shepard, is a bit different from Branson's. It's fully automated, so you don't need any fancy astronaut training. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And the price tag for this out-of-this-world experience? It's rumored to be even more expensive than Branson's Virgin Galactic flights. But hey, when you're a billionaire, who's counting? Alright guys, get ready to be blinded by some serious bling. We're talking about rare and expensive jewelry, the kind that makes diamonds look like pebbles. And who better to showcase this extravagant world than Queen Bey herself, Beyoncé? This woman has rocked some of the most iconic pieces of jewelry in history, but one that stands out is the legendary 128-carat Tiffany diamond. This yellow diamond is worth an estimated $30 million. That's more than most people will make in their entire lifetime, and she's wearing it on her neck. Talk about a power move. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think I need a pair of sunglasses just to look at this thing. It's so sparkly. But this necklace is more than just a pretty face. It's a symbol of history, glamour, and of course, insane wealth. I mean, can you imagine owning something this valuable? It's like having a piece of the Hope Diamond's long-lost cousin, just chilling on your coffee table. You'd probably have to hire a full-time security guard just to watch over it. Beyoncé has been spotted wearing this necklace at award shows, concerts, and even just out and about. Talk about making a statement. She's proving that diamonds really are a girl's best friend, especially when they're worth more than a small country. All right, guys, you know we're talking about the insane things billionaires own, right? We've had yachts bigger than my neighborhood, planes with gold toilets, but this next one? Next level. We're talking about owning a whole sports team, can you imagine? Walking into the locker room, calling the plays, benching players. So let's start with this guy, Mark. Not Zuckerberg, different Mark. This Mark made his billions in tech, but he always dreamed of owning a basketball team. And guess what? He did it. He bought his hometown team and the fans went wild. Talk about a childhood dream come true. This wasn't just a vanity purchase, he was invested. He went to games, talked to players, even learned to shoot hoops. You gotta respect that dedication, right? But owning a team isn't all sunshine and slam dunks. There's pressure. Fans count on you, players look to you, and you make tough decisions. It's like being the president of a small, very athletic country. And speaking of tough decisions, let's talk about the drama, baby. Because owning a sports team, it comes with a whole lot of that. Remember that time Mark decided to change the team's logo? Oh man, the fans went ballistic. They were protesting outside the stadium, burning jerseys. It was intense. See, billionaires might have all the money in the world, but they can't buy everyone's love, especially when it comes to messing with their beloved team's legacy. Mark learned that lesson the hard way. He eventually changed the logo back, but the whole ordeal, it was definitely a slam dunk into a controversy. But hey, it's not always about angry mobs and logo disasters. Sometimes owning a team means making history. Like when Mark's team, against all odds, made it to the championship. The city went wild, man. Parades, parties, everyone was wearing the jersey, even those who burned it before. And Mark, he was right there in the middle of it all, celebrating with the players, hoisting that trophy like he won it himself. And you know what? In that moment, all the stress, the drama, the controversies, it all faded away because he did something incredible. He brought a city together, united by a love for the game and their team. That's the power of sports right there. All right, we're moving on from the basketball court to something even bigger. No, seriously, I'm talking massive. We're talking about skyscrapers, but not just any skyscrapers, the kind that scrape the clouds and make you dizzy just looking up at them. These are the mega skyscrapers owned by billionaires. Buildings so high you can practically wave to astronauts. They've got more floors than I have brain cells. These things are insane. They're like vertical cities, luxury apartments with their own pools. Imagine looking down on the city while doing laps. Then you've got your 5-star restaurants, because who needs to take the elevator down to eat, right? And of course, you can't forget about the shopping malls. Designer stores that'll make your credit card cry, but hey, at least you'll be crying in style. These mega skyscrapers aren't just about showing off, even though, let's be real, that's a big part of it. They're also about making a statement. It's like the billionaire is saying, hey world, look at me, I built this. This is my contribution to the skyline, my mark on the world, literally. And let's be real, the view from the top, probably unbeatable. I bet you can see everything from up there. Traffic jams that look like tiny toy cars, people who look like ants, maybe even the curvature of the earth if you squint hard enough. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. But here's the thing about these mega skyscrapers. They're not just owned by one billionaire. Oh no, these buildings are so huge, so expensive, that it takes a team of super rich people to get them built. We're talking CEOs, celebrities, maybe even a royal or two, all chipping in to own a piece of the sky. And you know what that means? Parties! Can you imagine the parties these billionaires must throw? We're talking rooftop bashes with celebrity DJs, champagne fountains flowing like Niagara Falls, and a guest list that reads like the Forbes Billionaires list. I bet the after-party cleanup takes a week. But hey, behind all the glitz and glamour, these mega skyscrapers are a symbol of something else. They represent ambition, innovation, and the human desire to reach for the stars, literally. They're a testament to what we can achieve when we set our minds to it, and maybe, just maybe, they give us a glimpse into the future of our cities. All right, guys, that's a wrap on our billionaires extravaganza. We've seen some crazy stuff, right? From yachts that could double as cruise ships to skyscrapers that touch the clouds, these billionaires sure know how to spend their cash. But which one of these insane possessions surprised you the most? Was it the private island, the sports team, or maybe the mega skyscraper? Let me know in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what you guys think. And while you're down there hitting that comment section, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and lets me know what kind of content you guys want to see more of. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Subscribe for more insights into the world of the ultra-rich.